What's up, OG, triple OG?
It's your
OG,
man, y'all already know what it is.
OG.
We got some Corey on deck with the 5150 show. So, without further ado, let's get to the video.
I'm depressed. I saw a young man in Florida, Duval County. The police broke the window, punched him, yanked him out the car, and then started beating him up. A young black man. I've been depressed since I saw that video. Because I'm like, what are they going to do with those cops who jumped on this motorist and punched him before he even got out the car?
We kind of already know they're not gonna suffer any
Like,
consequences.
how can you be black in America?
There we go. Thank you.
And see this and not become sad and feel like you don't got a fair shot?
Right.
I'm going to Jacksonville, by the way, this weekend out there. I'm going to be driving a rent-a-car. I'm afraid after seeing this.
That day, I just really wanted to know, why I was getting pulled over and why I needed to step out the car when I know I didn't do nothing wrong. I was really just scared.
Just see that video made me go back to the moment when I was 22. It hurted. It made me upset. But I seen what my son did that I had to do. And he shot right. And he did right. To see that, it's a hurting feeling. To be a father that loved God first. And to see all my kids not being able to wake up in the morning and get my phone call saying your child is gone.
Wow.
That's a hurting feeling, but I thank God.
Yes.
Because God got him.
I want you to try to put yourself in our shoes. Try to put yourself in William's shoes just for a second. The police stop you and tell you, you say, why are you stopping me? And they say, well, you don't have your headlights on and it's raining. And you look and you're like, there's no rain. Why are you stopping me? And all he does, while I say it's a Rosa Parks 21st century moment, he as a black person says, I'm tired of it. I'm going to try to demand my constitutional rights. That's the only thing that William McNeil did. And that's the only thing you would want your children to do. To say, as a citizen, don't I have the right to know why you're violating my Fourth Amendment rights against search and seizure unlawfully? That's it. Nothing more. So search your hearts, America. If this was your child, wouldn't you be proud that William kept his calmness and his demeanor and de-escalated it? And let that govern you when you call on the sheriff to hold these police officers accountable. Because that's what we have to get here. We have to have accountability.
Did you guys see this? Did you guys see this?
No, I didn't.
Darlene, they broke his window. The cop reached in and punched him, dragged him out the car, and began jumping on him.
They're not even supposed to open the door. You know that, right? They're not when they stop, they're not supposed to even open and pull open your door for you. You're supposed to open the door for yourself.
We need you, brother.
RZA just got here.
We started talking about this story right on time. I have an expert in explanations and reactions on stuff like this. Whenever you're ready, Just come on right in. First of all, it's so good to see my brother
Congratulations,
with his
new pop.
sharp suit on, looking sharp.
Dad.
Risen
Oh my
Islam. I love you,
Of
man.
course,
I love
of
you,
course,
man.
of course.
I love you,
Oh
brother.
my God. You too. Yeah, I'm so excited. You know, you're new dad. I get all touched. I get
I
all
didn't.
emotional.
I ain't combing my hair nothing today, y'all. Y'all gotta forgive
Uh-oh,
me.
yeah, keep that
I
on.
knew RZA was coming, but I was running late. But did you see the video of the young brother in Duval County who got punched by the cops? And I was just talking about how depressing it is watching something like that, knowing that if those cops are bold enough to do that, they must not be worried about the repercussions of what happens after beating up a motorist before he even get out his car, who was showing his hands and everything. So I'm saying, like, I'm not ashamed to admit I'm a depressed man. I have seen all kinds of wild things happen on the street. I'm talking about, I done seen murders on the street. But the people who I fear the most are the police.
I'm just gonna reach into my pocket and take out my slate to orange wallet.
Because if you shoot at them, you're public enemy number one. You really are tied down when it comes to dealing with the police in this nation. You can't justify nothing you do in retaliation. And this poor brother, who was so strong and resilient, had to take what them crooked cops offered him. And most of the time I turn away from images like this when I see it on TV.
Absolutely.
But I watched it as much as I was allowed to see. And I'm just here to say, nobody is more corrupt than the police.
You're goddamn right.
That is fact.
Nobody. No thug on the street. See, the thugs on the street, I know, get dealt with if they don't have no chill. They all get dealt with normally quick. The cops don't have to worry about having chill. They are confident enough to break the window of your car, snatch you out of there, and jump on you. Nothing is more of a threat to us than the police, in my opinion. I mean, like, out here in LA now, they got people going around calling themselves ICE agents, and they grabbing people, and here's the truth. Nobody know where they taking them people.
That's fact.
Don't nobody know. You need to be ready. We need to be ready. I'm talking about, see, people say, don't get in there, Corey. No. I'm not stupid enough to think
Keep going,
that if
brother.
they doing that to these people,
Come on.
you know they gonna do that
Right
to
there.
us.
Right there.
You damn right.
I saw some girl talking about Ricky Smiley because Ricky Smiley was saying they gonna start doing that to us. And the girl, I'm not gonna call her name out. I'm not gonna look it up. But she was talking about how he's a weak man for even saying that and all like this. Listen, I want my black people in this nation to understand. They started out one way with who they grabbing, but all these laws that are being passed is set up where they can grab anybody and disappear you.
Correct.
RZA probably know more technical terms than I know,
No, that's
but
the right
I'm
term.
not stupid.
We're not going to fall for a banana in the tailpipe.
I'm watching what's happening. If they grabbing people off the street, I know my history in this country. They're going to grab me off the street. And if you don't think so, okay, well, you keep believing in this so-called democracy. But I ain't never been stupid enough to believe in this democracy or nothing they tell me to do. I normally do the opposite because I fear for my life. These cops out here, man. Come on, man. These cops got People be standing in front of these cops. I know my rights. The rights work for who they want it to work for. The law is written where it's open end. When you take your ass to court, your alleged rights are going to work the way they want it to work.
Can I mention something, brother?
Please give it to him, brother.
First thing, everyone needs to know what ICE really is. ICE is an acronym which stands for Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Number one, they're receiving a sign-on bonus. So retired ICE agents are now receiving a sign-on bonus of $50,000 if they return to work. New agents are receiving a $10,000 sign-on bonus. The qualifications are virtually nothing, meaning they are incentivizing our own people to come against our own people as well. Number one. Number two, when you say you know your rights, shut the hell up.
Shut up!
I'm going to say this to y'all so you can really understand exactly what you're dealing with. You are not dealing with sane individuals. A large number and percentage of police officers currently right now are on one or more forms of psychotropic drugs. Listen to what I'm telling you so you can understand exactly who you're dealing with. A number of these people are not in their right mind. They are not sane. Then they are given a license to kill. All they have to say is they fear for their life. Why are you in a position, a job that literally requires you to potentially face death every single day, and you get to run around and say, I fear for my life? That's an oxymoron. That don't make no sense. No, you are giving people a badge, a license, and a gun to kill people indiscriminately. So when you say you know your rights, the first thing that you should know is the right to remain silent. Number one, if you know what you're talking about, be quiet. Number one. Number two, if you don't have a lawyer or attorney, get one. Number three, if you really want to go here, learn how to sue the insurance companies that are insuring the police department itself. Sue the companies that insure their firearms. Sue the companies that are insuring their vehicles. Sue the companies that are insuring everything that they have. This is something that you can do, but we have to really do it. And the last thing I'm going to mention is every black person in America, every person of whatever color you claim, whatever nationality, whatever name or title you give yourself, get a life insurance policy. Why am I saying this? Because insurance companies are going to get pissed off at the number of black folks dying to where they have to pay for their funerals, pay for all their services, to where they are going to start calling these police departments saying, listen, if you don't stop doing what you're doing, we're going to remove coverage from your precinct because we have too much money being paid out because of all these people that y'all killing. There's steps and layers to get this stuff done. And last thing I mention is, if you're really about that life, some of y'all talk, but until you have been faced with this situation like I have, not to that point where they broke the window, but tried to snatch me out the car almost till they saw how big I was. And I said, we can cooperate. They tried to grab my arm and I didn't let them grab it. I threw him to the front. I said, I'm cooperating.
Yeah.
I said, I'm cooperating. I said, here's my license. Because they're insane. I'm making this very clear. Y'all really got to get this to your head. A lot of these people are genuinely insane. These are not people you can talk to. That's why an attorney, the first thing will tell you is shut your mouth. Be quiet. I invoke the fifth. Remain silent. I'm serious.
And if you really in fear, say, listen, I'm scared. Just arrest me and put me in the back of the car. Because every moment you're standing outside of a car, you're closer to getting hurt.
He ain't lying.
That's why they want you out of your car.
Correct.
When you got somebody who really want you out that car, that's danger. I haven't practiced this with RZA. I just want to ask RZA something because I know he probably know. When you're injured, shot, or bleeding, why do they put the handcuffs behind your back like this? Will you tell them why?
There's a few different reasons. One, because they're saying you're a threat, number one. To disarm you, number one. There's another circumstance where it's to cut off blood flow. That's another.
That's what I'm saying. They want you to bleed out.
Yeah, there's another. Yeah.
That's why you on the ground like this. They want you to bleed out. When you are out that car, you in danger. Tell them I'm afraid. If you're going to take me to jail, please just put the handcuffs on me and put me in the back of the car. I'm scared for my life standing out here with you over a traffic violation. Because they're supposed to give you your ticket and tell you to get on. If you out the car, you being set up.
They have quotas. Yes, they do.
Well, and it's worse now, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because of what Trump just did.
Yes,
so people are
the immunity.
about that, right?
What did Trump do, D?
He's repeatedly promised, which he's come through now already. This was before he was running, immunity from prosecution. He said the way to give back He wants to give police back the power and respect they deserve, and he suggested it would protect them from prosecution if they are doing their job. And then he stated plans also involve strengthening the liability protections for law enforcement and making record investments in hiring them. So he's not going to do anything to them. I mean, there'll be some mistakes, he said. There's certainly some good people, as he likes to throw around all the time.
The wrong white person will be attacked by a police officer, and that police officer will lose his and or her life. Just going to let y'all know something. There are more guns in the possession of the average U.S. citizen than there are the police departments. So just say collectively, there are more guns in the hands of quote-unquote Americans than there are police and military in the United States. This is well known. Mm-hmm. There are over 100 million guns that collectively the American population has. They do not want the smoke with people versus them collectively. Mm-hmm. This is why when people start talking about standing up for yourself, protecting yourself, et cetera, they go into the Second Amendment, they go into training in martial arts, et cetera. They try to get you to move away from that conversation. Many people in this chat, many of you have experienced things like this. Mm-hmm. But the one thing y'all don't really want to experience is having to sincerely be in a position where you more than likely will not make it home. Many of you don't want to be in that position, but you've been in it before. Some of you are not willing to go that far because you think a badge makes it okay and moral for them to do what they do. I don't give a damn what police officer says anything. Your badge is not a free card to abuse me as a human being. I don't give a damn what you say. Well, reason it's illegal. No, if you try to kill me, I am going to kill you in self-defense. I want y'all to hear what I'm saying to you sincerely. I've been in this position multiple times. I don't need to cap. I don't need to lie to y'all. Sincerely. You're not willing to do that. You're really not. And some people who have been faced with that, where the gun is like this, mm-hmm. and the taser's over here, and they surrounding you like this, if you haven't been in that situation, then you shouldn't really be talking.
Well,
you just shouldn't.
Like this whole thing is a lot of people at home high kicking it.
Oh yeah, well, of course.
You know what I'm saying?
Of
but
course.
Unfortunately, the truth gonna find you.
Mm-hmm.
The truth gonna find you. If you walk these streets, like, okay, my car, the battery ran out. So I was walking around in the elements, and I felt it. Mm-hmm. I was like, ooh, I'm just out here.
Oh, you're in a certain area?
Because I'm normally riding past all this. It don't matter where I'm at. Just imagine, where do I fit in America? Where if a police car passes by, they going to be like, oh, there's a black man just walking?
Yep.
I'm talking about, I have no place in America to be walking around. I am a target by the guys who have been paid to target me. Mm-hmm. This is why I'm afraid of the police more than I'm afraid of anybody. Because I know if I, goddamn it, at them, I got a nation be after me. A whole nation of them behind me. And if I'm goddamn it, at them, they was trying to get me. They was trying to get me. I done got into fights with that goddamn it on me. I know when the motherfucker ump that goddamn. And when I ump it, it's because it wasn't no other way. And them the motherfuckers who I worry about the most. I'll be like, damn, boy, if you protect yourself against these motherfuckers, they at your ass.
They are a gang, brother. They are a gang. That's why they have the radio right here. And they call for their backup when they're doing wrong almost every single time.
And they always lie.
And of course they do. And you have to be recording it. Another thing, y'all, there are certain apps you should download where you can automatically press one button on your phone where it not only is recording, but it's also either streaming the phone call to at least 2 or 3 people that you put the number in, or you can connect to your social media. I forgot what the name of the app is.
We got to find it.
Yeah, but it's specifically for your protection when it comes to being pulled over by a police officer. It literally can be nothing at all. You get pulled over and you are cooperating and doing everything, but because an officer has a bad day, they want to take you out the car, they want to pull anything on you. I mean, it happens all the time, y'all. It really happens. It's not something that is a joke. This is why.
If they ask you where you coming from, you're in danger.
Don't answer questions. No, like for real. Don't
if they
answer
ask you
questions.
Where you coming from, where you going, you're in danger.
Remember I got pulled over? I just told you I got pulled over. And I didn't even know that they actually do sit-down sobriety checks.
Yeah.
See? Nobody knew that.
Yeah.
So they come up with legislation to try to make you and justify them telling you to sit down on the ground. Huh?
No. You don't even have to get out your car. So that's what I was saying. My aunt and my uncle were like, oh, when they said, how did it go? And when I told them, they were like, Oh, well, we had already failed because there was like, how many people can turn
Yes.
just the top? Because I did like this, and he was like, keep your legs straight. Wait, what?
No.
So you got to turn all
Yes,
the way
it's a
like
trap.
this and place your fingers flat on the thing. What the
Yeah, no,
hell?
it's all
Bail
a
me
trap.
out, y'all. I'm in jail.
My aunt
Traps,
said,
entrapment,
I'm
and all
already
that.
done. I couldn't turn like that. The hell?
The easiest thing to do, number one, make sure the basic thing is to make sure your stuff is clean. All right, have your license, have your registration.
Yeah.
If it's not, just tell them straight. Look, this thing ain't registered. Just tell them straight. I'm just letting y'all notice it. This is not to capitulate to them. This is to potentially prevent you from losing your life because of some insane individual who was on a multitude of psychotropic drugs. When you start going down that lane and you start going down that rabbit hole, you're going to see what I'm talking about. That's why Christopher Dorner did what he did. So you can understand that Christopher Dorner, who was over at the, I believe, 77th precinct over here in Los Angeles, who when they tried to destroy his whole career after he reported his partner for violating the rights of somebody who they stopped, he went on a killing spree because they literally turned on him.
Great documentary, by the way, on YouTube. That gives thorough information.
Christopher Dorner.
Yeah.
Please make sure you look him up. But the main
The
thing
guy
is,
who was always smiling and in a good mood, they turned
time,
to a
brother.
villain with their media machine.
Yes. And he was a police officer. He was one of the most highly qualified individuals in America. He had the qualification to secure the president of the United States.
And he tried to do some complaints.
And he did.
Right,
He literally
did.
filed it.
Yeah.
Complained about his partner.
Yeah,
He wrote
yeah.
wrote his partner
He
up.
was trying to do the
and
right
they
thing.
turned the entire precinct against him. They froze his bank accounts. They turned his family against. I mean, they really went after this man. And he's like, wait a minute. I thought I did the right thing by reporting my partner, a black man though, with a badge. So at the end of the day, they're like, no, you still a
2025, and we have this here. A college student gets sucker punched. First they break his window, then they sucker punched him, then they dragged him out the car, and the first thing the officer did was punch him in his chin. And this man, he chipped his tooth. He had a concussion because they did an interview with him. And they also done an interview with the chief of police.
But what I don't understand is, and I know you said that this was not ruled criminal, sucker punching the guy in the jaw.
First of all, let me stop you. Not a sucker punch.
Exit the vehicle now.
I'm not excusing that administratively. I'm going to say that to you one more time. I'm not excusing that administratively. There are things that we definitely need to look at. But the context of this video should tell you everything you need to know.
Well, again, the sucker punch because he's looking straight and you see this.
Right.
Okay, and then you see them pull him out and
Yep.
then you see a couple of punches to the face. Now, again, I understand breaking the window, but he charged him with resisting arrest without violence. So I saw a lot of violence. I think the public saw a lot of
Well,
violence.
first of all, Eric, don't try to talk the public into what they saw. They just saw the same videos you saw. So what we're doing, what I'm saying is that it is what it is. This is the information that I want to share with the public in context without a short clip. It's very important to do that because it provides a lot of information to the public.
And you brought up the
It's important, let me finish. It's important for the people to know that you're not allowed to resist a police officer when he's doing his lawful duties. It's been dealt with in several different times. You don't resist when you're doing your lawful duties. You don't deserve to get violated, but you deserve to get what's necessary to get you under control and get you and take you into custody.
The allegation that McNeil had reached down for the knife. That was in the police report.
Where'd you see, what police report did you see that in?
In the arrest report for McNeil, that was stated that the officer saw him, reach for the knife that was on the floorboard. The video that was posted to social media, and even in there, do you see that when you're watching?
No, actually, I don't see where his hands are.
Stop the cap.
Which was black. They always throw the black police officer out there to justify what his officers did. And it's just like, man, how many times do we got to see this? How many times do we got to go through this? How many times do we got to sit back and accept the bullshit that they give us? Oh, he need to comply. He resisted. And it's like, we got video. Are we watching the same shit? Because all I seen was the police sucker punched him, hit him right there in the mouth while the window was busted out. And then they dragged him out, and then the dude just uppercutted him. And it's like, God damn, man, it's right blatantly in front of our eyes, and they still try to justify this shit. And then you go on the comments of these videos, and here go, your favorite neighborhood white man. Well, he should have complied. He shouldn't have resisted. He should have cooperated and all that, man. This man cooperated as much as he can. It's certain things that you don't have to do. You don't have to get out the car, just like Corey said, as far as about getting out that car. And then then with that, you ain't safe getting out the car and getting took to the police station. Sandra Bland, she made it to the police station, but she didn't make it out the police station. Let's not forget about that. These people are gang members. The biggest gang in America, the worst gang in America, and it's going to become a time where people are going to get fed up. Because me, myself, I don't think I could have sat there and let them just beat on me like that. My instincts would have told me to protect yourself, survive. You know what I'm saying? By any means necessary. I got pulled over in Ghana one time. You know what I'm saying? This stuff don't go on in other countries or whatnot. I got pulled over in Ghana one time. I was on a motorcycle and they flagged me down. The police, they flagged me down. They was, you know, at a little stop or whatever, and they flagged me down, pulled me over, and they started talking to me in their language. So I'm like, cabrafo, which means speak English. And they said, your license registration. So I gave my license registration, and they just let me go. They didn't say nothing. They ain't asked no questions, none of that stuff. They just told me to go ahead. But here in America, we don't have the complexion for protection. You know, they're gonna always try to escalate the situation. If you say one wrong thing, and then they're gonna escalate it, where you getting sucker punched and drug out your car and beat. And then it was another black officer there, you know, that was helping get him. And I don't understand that, man, because if I was a police and I see the majority of these white men beating down my brother, my fellow black man, then I got something to say, man, or I'm gonna try to defuse the problem or whatnot. Like, y'all, no.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
And we've seen it sometimes where another black man has defended, you know, his fellow black man as far as them getting aggressive and, you know, trying to beat on somebody. And I'm with Corey, man. This is depressing. You know, it's hard to look at. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's defenseless. It's just like, you know, you looking at an animal and, you know, that animal getting tortured or beat or anything like that. They care more about an animal than they care about human beings, black human beings. Let me, you know, put emphasis on that. Black human beings. They care more about animals. And an animal, they'll try to bite you and attack you and all that stuff. It's just, man. And I know I'm gonna have these raccoons come in the comments. He should have complied. He should have did this. He should have did that. Shut up! You'll never know until you in that predicament. You'll never know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what type of officer or police that you coming into contact with and what type of day they had or you know what I'm saying? They might not like this shitty job, but they got to do it or whatever. You don't know what you coming in encounter with. So for people who want to come on here and talk shit and try to justify what these goddamn devils is doing, I'm going to call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? These are devils, man. And then if you're a black man and you see this and you not mad, then you're not a wise man. Because in the Bible it says oppression makes a wise man mad. And who wouldn't be mad about this type of treatment, this type of environment, this type of system? At the end of the day, a lot of our people got to get this wake-up call. A lot of our people may have to experience this. And it might have to be a situation where they're grabbing us off the street, like Corey said. As far as what they grabbing the immigrants now, next, who you think they're gonna be grabbing? Y'all tell me what y'all think about this whole thing with this police just dragging this college student out of his car and beating on him. And do y'all think they was in their rights for doing what they did? Y'all tell me what y'all think about it in the comments.
What's up, OG?
This your man, y'all already know what it is. To the next video is Ghetto Talk. Up out of here. Peace.